under Dorado?
Yes. Okay, we're here.
Hey.
We're gonna do the interview. This is it. This is where we start. This is where we start the podcast. Okay, I have with me the one, the only, Apple Jackaroni. She's been streaming for about a year. She's a variety streamer who mainly plays Valorant. She loves playing horror games, Animal Crossing, and is very dedicated to her Discord. You can catch her over at Apple Jackaroni on Twitch. And that's about it. That's all I got for you. That's my intro for you.
Hello. That is pretty much me.
That is you.
I
So,
play too much Valorant.
I gotta pull up my notes for you. So, this is the most unorganized I've ever been. But it's okay, because it's normal. Let's start off with this, okay?
Okay.
This is my favorite thing to do. I want to hear about your superhero origin story. How did you get into the world of streaming?
So my first stream was February 1st. I was a junior in college and I was living on campus, but it was also like peak COVID. Or not peak, but it was up there. COVID was still, it is still here.
Yeah.
But no one was really on campus. Everything was shut down. I lived with one person who is my best friend.
Okay.
But it was pretty lonely. And I didn't have a lot of online friends or friends in real life. So I was like, what the heck? I'm gonna start streaming. See what happens.
Okay.
And it was pretty small. I think I hit like 70 followers in June. I hit
Okay.
affiliate in April.
Okay.
So that's 50. And then in June I posted a TikTok and a lot of people saw it and we doubled our followers in like a day.
What? Wait, so you blew up from some TikTok?
Yeah. Blew up is obviously relative.
So do you mind me asking, like, how many?
So the video got like 8,000 views in
That's
like,
it? That's not that many.
10 hours. I know, it really wasn't that many.
But it like blew. So what was it?
I was talking to my Squishmallow. I actually have her right here. Hold on. Oh, it was this bee. And I was sitting here and I was like, there's an audio.
Yes.
I was like, here we go. Not going to mess this up. We're not going to mess
Yes.
this up. Ready? And then it's hi.
Yeah.
And then everyone started commenting and they were like, hi. And plugged my Discord. And we went from like 50 people to 200.
Oh my gosh.
And I was up to like 300 followers by the end of the week.
Yeah.
From 70. So it was like,
so
people are seeing me now.
How many of the people here who are supporting Jackaroni tonight came from TikTok? Do you know some of them?
Oh, probably almost all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you like see like some of the original people leave? Like, do you remember any of your founders? Because you're pretty new.
Oh, definitely. That's like the one thing I'm really big about is forming relationships and like actually learning about the people that are interacting. Because I wanted to make friends. That was the reason I started. I wanted to meet people and actually talk to people.
Oh,
so,
Bro Incognito, thank you.
I know. Wait, is that Bro?
Is that one of yours?
Yeah, that's one of my new ones. Hello.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it was just, I know pretty much everyone who has a founder's badge, I know. There's very few people who talk in my stream that I don't know who they are.
Really?
Like, I've at least played, and I like to be interactive, so I play with almost everybody on stream.
Do you get a lot of lurkers?
Yeah, a lot of lurkers.
Yeah.
Which is probably why my average viewership is pretty high.
That's awesome. That's really baller.
It's really cool. I love everybody. We've had such good people join the server. Like, we haven't really had any issues of like people fighting or like conflict of interest or anything really at all. Everyone's just been really supportive and wanting to be part of a community, and it's really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, we do some things here, and one of the things we do is we're working on it right now. We're having some technical difficulties, but I'm gonna do one of the two things right now. So I just sent you a DM so that you can hear this. Don't play it yet.
Okay.
But my boy Scalper, we got the idea for this. You were the original idea for this, and then we did this last week for the last guest, and we're probably gonna do it for every other guest. So anyone who watches it will get to know this. But we have made we're giving away things to people who are coming on this stream, and one of the things we're giving away to our guests is a song that we make for them to use however they want. And so we heard that you like Animal Crossing vibes, and so we made this song for you. So everyone, you can play it. We'll play it at the same time. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So get your finger over it. Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is for you to use in any way that you like. So
I love this so far.
He made it from scratch. So everything that you hear, I was talking through it with him. We're like, we need, some instruments. Try to recreate the KK slider sound a little bit.
I am in love with this.
So this is for you. You can make it like a stream starting soon, a BRB screen. It's definitely like a chill vibe for you when you're kind of just hanging out, background music. But
Galfer, you're so talented. What the heck?
Yeah, he's pretty incredible.
This is so good. And it's exactly the vibe I wanted. He had sent me some stuff before, and then I was bad at responding there.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, that's definitely like on the right track, and this is perfect.
Yeah.
I want to make a channel trailer too, so might be featured.
So you can use that for your channel trailer.
Thank you so much.
It's a nice little vibe. And so, do you send it on Discord?
I can't log into my Discord. I don't remember what my login is.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I made that.
That's a rip. Do you want me to log in with mine? So we have something else for you too, which is really exciting. But like I said, we're having trouble sending it, so we're gonna make it happen here right now.
I believe.
So while we're waiting, I'm gonna ask you another question.
Okay.
Because that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
So, yes. I also asked streamers to prepare something that they feel that they can teach me to make me more successful. So what have you learned in the last 9 months of streaming that you feel that you can share with me?
Personally, boundaries.
Okay.
I did not realize how big of a deal it was to like separate myself from everything sometimes. Because people will take advantage of your time and like, oh, you're a streamer, you should be catering to me. And it's like, I'm also a human. So it's important to kind of have like not different mindsets, but like be able to step away for a second. So it doesn't like take over and you get overwhelmed, because I get really anxious. So setting boundaries and being like, okay, I need to like step back. I don't owe this person my time because I stream, like, and I love playing with everybody and I love having relationships, and I'm in my server all the time playing with people.
Okay.
But like when it's choosing stream over, my family, then it's like, oh, hold on. Let's see what's just important, and like reassessing.
That's awesome.
Like how you spend time and stuff.
That's awesome.
That is just life. And I'm bad at that.
Do you have any stories of like where you felt like you like overextended yourself, even in just these 9 months?
Not really.
Like did you just jump in too hard, too fast?
I mean, I've always streamed Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that first day when everyone started viewing my TikToks, I streamed for like 6 hours, which was probably the most I've streamed so far. And it wasn't like a crazy stream, but I think it's been pretty good. Like I love streaming. I honestly love it. So it's not too much exertion, I guess.
It's not too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Do
Yeah.
you feel like you would ever want to add more to that, or
I
like?
think so. Um, just because I'm such a variety streamer, I don't always
Yeah.
get to cover everything that I want to. Like I'm trying to do a Subnautica playthrough, and I haven't played it in so
Yeah,
long.
I noticed that you used to play it a
Yeah,
ton. Like, how
and
deep
it's
into it
just
did you get?
so for anyone who knows Subnautica,
Uh-huh.
let's see, where did I go last? I went down to the second Degassi habitat, which is in the Deep Reef, the Deep Grand Reef, I think.
Okay.
Um, so someone was saying it's about like halfway through the game, I think, or like getting there. Um, I know the Lost River is next. That's what people keep saying. I've made some decent progress on the game. It's also just terrifying, and the ocean scares me. So I need to like mentally prepare myself every time I'm gonna stream that, and it's
So
it's one of those like, oh,
you
to
really
do
do
this.
struggle with the scary games.
Horror games are by far not my least favorite, but they're hard for me. I need to mentally prepare.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a little baby. I get scared all the time.
Um, I would love to like play
Yeah,
like
there's a
Devour
lot
with
of
you.
clips of me getting
I would
scared, and I
really
would
love
love to play horror sometime.
we should
I mean, I'd hate
definitely.
it, but I'd love to.
Yeah, I think it would be wicked funny to play
Yeah, it
Devour
would.
with you.
I've only heard my friends play it. Like I've never even seen any gameplay. I genuinely don't know what it is. I just hear like grown men screaming, so I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
But,
it's the most terrifying game I've ever played.
mhm.
And for
What horror
five
games have you
dollars,
played? Yeah, that's
uh,
true.
I have played Outlast,
Oh, absolutely not.
and I have played Devour, a lot of Devour,
Uh-huh.
Phasmophobia, which I honestly feel like is a 2 out of
Yeah, Fast isn't too scary, I feel like.
out
It
of
definitely is at first, and then as time went on, I was like, okay, now I know what's coming. Like
like
I can chill.
that one is probably like I remember like playing it after Devour and just being like, this is not nearly as
Yeah.
bad as like I thought it was.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like they keep
So
updating it, so it keeps getting scary. Like it gets
I
scarier.
do think that like the
But
things that they've added are really good,
yeah.
but I just don't get scared by it anymore. Like I honestly
Yeah.
think that it's just not. It doesn't get me. Like
Hmm.
I'm a little disappointed. I also think the jump scare in it is just not. It's just not there. It's just not on
Yeah.
point. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
There isn't
thought
really jump scares in that game.
I went from not knowing at all like what to expect
Hmm.
to like playing it and then being like, oh wait,
It's the same thing every
that's
time.
really it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like for some reason I thought originally that the ghost was someone else, like a fifth person. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Like I'll get the opportunity to like sometimes be the guy and stuff. But
Yeah.
the other thing that I think the game struggles with is it struggles with once you're dead,
Yeah.
that there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
There's legit like nothing to do. So
Yeah, definitely.
it's like I can throw things at people a little bit, but
You just gotta sit there and wait for them to figure everything out, and it's not
yeah,
fun.
it's like, well, I'm here.
Now I get to sit here for 20 minutes while you guys do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, I remember one game that I did. I was literally just waiting for, I don't know how, like, the guys were literally just not doing anything that we were playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like they just kept going in and out of the house and doing nothing. And I was like, come on, guys. I'm sitting here. And like, they were on my stream, so they could hear me. I was like, guys, just end it, please, for the love of all that is holy. Please just end it for me, man. I want to do anything else.
Yeah.
But that's good, man. I think you would be a lot of fun to play Devour with, because it's absolutely
you can definitely try.
the most horrifying. Have you bought it yet?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh my goodness, we might have to play that after Valorant, just for like 10 minutes.
Oh gosh. Okay, we can try.
So after spending a little bit of time on your Discord, I noticed a few things. One of the more unique things you do, you seem to be really consistent with. It feels like you almost spend just as much time catering to your Discord as you do your Twitch. And I think you do a really good, like, I'm pretty active on my Discord, but I think the stuff that you provide for the people in your Discord is superior to what I provide. Like, honestly, like, I think you do a really amazing job. Like, you guys have movie nights. I see you often there, not streaming, but just hanging out in VC playing video games with people. Like, what's kind of your philosophy on that? Like, how have you kind of grown that and cultivated that and developed that? Like, what makes that successful?
So, being that I wanted to make friends, being the reason that I streamed.
Yeah.
It's the whole, like, just meeting people and getting to know people, and actually, like, I've met quite a few. Oh, Court.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've met quite a few of them in real life already.
Oh, really?
My mods I have, yeah.
So you've met up. So these were people you didn't know before, and then now you've met up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard because, we have people in Australia, in Scotland, in Germany, but have, like, my mods, 2 of them live close, well, 3 of them live close to me, so we all, like, met up.
That's really convenient.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's important to know the people that you have in positions of, like,
power,
not authority, but know.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Sure. Yeah, that's great.
But yeah.
No, go.
I mean, it's just, like, I wanted to be inclusive. I wanted people to feel invited and wanted there.
Okay.
Because, not I talked about this once, but before I started streaming, I was a part of, like, this group of my online friends for, like, 4 years.
Okay.
And I was a lot younger than them. They were all probably, like, 23 to 30.
Yeah.
And I was, like, 19.
Yeah.
But we were all, like, online friends. I met one of them in real life. And then they kicked me out of the Discord group without saying anything.
No way.
Yeah,
Why?
after 4 years. One of the girls didn't like me.
Yikes, you were moving in on her man.
No, definitely. They're all so much older than me. I was 19. But they just kicked me out, and I felt betrayed.
Tough.
But, like, that was my group, and I didn't really have anyone to go to after that. And I was like, I don't want anyone to ever feel kicked out or not welcome. Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. So you haven't talked to any of them since you started streaming?
Nope.
None of them? Do you think they know that you stream?
Probably not.
Yo. What can we call them? Can we call them anything? Do you want to say what the group was?
I'm trying to remember. The server changed so many times. It was, well, I guess the Prank Stars would be
the Prank
name.
Stars. If you're out there, come to my stream. Don't go to Jack
Well,
Rose. I'm just kidding.
I
don't want you. If you can't accept Jackaroni, then you're not welcome with me. But guess what you're missing out on? And she's a baller. Oh my gosh. No, that's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I never want anyone to feel unwelcome. I always want people to feel like they have somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that makes sense. I try to take a similar approach with my Discord. Like, I just want people to feel like, you know, I want it to be a place of positivity. It's hard because, like, you want to, like, mess around and joke with people, but you want to make people feel safe and feel like they're heard and whatnot. So
it's just knowing when those jokes can be made and stuff like that. You know, if someone's having a bad day, you're obviously not going to be like, oh, you suck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So one of the things that you had mentioned in one of the first streams you were ever in, and then I actually learned more from, I just like creeped on your Discord, like I went through a bunch of like older stuff, is that I noticed that you've only been on for 9 months, but you've been hate rated.
So it was more
what's the story behind that?
It was more of like a troll of like a group of, so it was a group of people, it wasn't bots. But it was right before my birthday. And
my
goodness. Was shocked.
The 21st birthday stream.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like 2 days before that.
Okay.
I was playing Jackbox.
Okay.
You know, party game. I don't know if you guys know what Jackbox is. It's essentially like a bunch of board games that you can play online.
Yes.
And I always have it open so like people can join because, you know, again, I want to meet people. I want people to feel included. The code is on the screen. Anyone can join. Kind of like Among Us, but like not at all.
Oh, they joined the game.
And they said the N-word. So immediately I had to turn it off because I was like, oh my gosh.
Just horrified.
You know. So we went to just chatting, and then this was before I had like a streaming voice chat set up. I had to change my whole Discord because of it. We had people join Discord.
No,
they would
stop.
Join voice chats.
So wait,
they'd start saying the N-word. They'd start saying like literally the most horrifying stuff.
Oh
they'd post
my
gifs
gosh.
of things I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah.
So I changed my Discord so that if you haven't reacted to like the rules channel, you can't
just drop in.
You can't send messages. Yeah.
I did notice that.
Chat.
Oh my gosh.
Just to keep everybody safe because you don't know what people's triggers
That's
are.
horrifying.
You don't know.
Well, yeah. That's crazy. I've had a couple experiences similar, like when we've played like Among Us and we like are like playing with viewers, and so we developed kind of a system. Oh, yo, let's get it.
Pringles hydrate? What is that?
So, okay, this is something about me.
This is your banner. This is your channel banner.
This is my channel banner. I have every single Pringles water bottle. Name a flavor, I've got it. And there's these water bottles, and this is part of my merch too. It's 5 of the water bottles with my name in Japanese on it.
That's cool.
You can check it out here in chat.
Plugs me.
Merch plug. So I fill them up with water and I.
So are they actual Pringles cans?
Yeah, they're legit Pringles cans. So like I have a couple that I haven't I need to get water bottles for. Hold on.
Okay. Water.
So like I have the Wendy's spicy chicken exclusive.
I didn't know that was a flavor. What?
Exclusive Wendy's spicy chicken burger. Pringles that we need to make into a Pringles water can, but then you drink it and
does it taste like Pringles?
I pretend it does.
Okay.
It's part of the lore. So like when I beat kids really bad in games, I drink the salt and vinegar because it's their tears.
Of course.
Gotta drink them salty gamer tears. You know, and so there was a joke way back. I used to like every stream I would drink, I'd be like $20 and this can be yours. And my friends would be like, no one wants to buy the water bottles that you already drank out of it. I'm like, that makes it even more valuable. It's like
you get my DNA with it.
It's like the bathwater. I'm like,
exactly.
Yes, this is now yours.
So what you need to do, marketing campaign, you take a bath.
Okay.
And then you fill the
Pringles. Oh my gosh. I'll just do a promo video of me with like 2 Pringles in my hands and I'm just dipping them into the water like, oh.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Guys, if you want to see it, I don't care if you want to see it. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't actually sell the ones I drink out of because I don't sell them at all. But I say smaller. I'm still relatively small, but when I was like first starting out, I'd be like, buy my water bottles, send me $20. I didn't even have like donations set up, so there's like no way I was dumb, I was stupid. But that brings me to I'm gonna talk about my brand for a minute a little bit. So So we've got the Pringles water bottles, and the other thing that we've kind of developed is our sombreros and my toes.
Yeah.
And my toes.
Yes.
Suck my toes.
How did that happen?
So the way this came about was I'm a family-friendly streamer. I put that in quotations.
Okay.
I don't know why. I am a family-friendly. I don't cuss. We keep it pretty clean. But so I would get frustrated and I'd just scream out like, "Suck my toes, bro!"
I do the same thing.
Like, "Oh my gosh, just suck my toes like you're trash." I would get so mad, and then it kind of became a thing. And like now when we raid people and stuff, we like say like "suck toes," and we have our own suck toe emote. We call people butt lickers too a lot. Butt licker, toe sucker, and so we just added a mythic tier 2 golden toe. So that's out there if anyone wants a tier 2. But with that being said, we've created these kind of characters. Hey, thanks for the sub, Christina. We created these sombreros, I call them.
I see them.
And they're here. And so actually that brings me to our next thing, that we actually made you your very own sombrero.
Oh no.
And this is it. And you'll have this.
So cute.
You can use this for whatever you want, with a profile picture, for whatever promotion you want. So we've got a couple key things about you here in this sombrero. We've got your famous bee that is on your stream.
Of course.
That is the theme of your sombrero.
Yes,
your extremely long pink hair.
Long pink hair.
And we have a Valorant knife. Since
Thank
you're
you.
Valorant.
The standard one, because I'm poor.
The standard one.
Knives are literally $70 in that game. Like, excuse me.
Are you serious? $70 for a knife. That's pretty insane.
That's why I don't have one.
So, guys, if you missed out on last night's subathon, anyone who gifted 10 or more subs gets their own custom one. We have a couple commissions that we've got to make after last night. So, I thought her hair was blonde.
Faded. It's like a rose gold right now.
Yeah.
It was very pink.
It was super
like if you go back
pink.
in my VODs, it was very pink.
It was very pink when I first started watching you.
Yeah. But now it's faded to like a rose gold kind of.
Yes. Are you gonna redo it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love dyeing my hair.
I also set a goal. We didn't make the goal, but I set the goal to dye the blonde in my hair.
I think
blue.
We should do it. We'd be like cotton candy. We'd be
cyan blue.
Pink and blue.
It would be great. Yeah. This is my color. I love it. Lighting and poor vision, a mixture of the two.
Yeah, my camera is not. It's because I have like my docks open, so this part of my computer is just bright white.
Yeah.
So but it's fine.
Okay, so I noticed something else in your Discord I want to talk about. You have a D&D chat, but it looks like there was some unfortunate events where you had hope to have a DM, and then he just dipped on you.
Yeah, he's coming and going. We're trying to get,
all right.
We're trying to get a consistent DM.
So
it's a lot of responsibility.
Are you playing?
Not currently. I'm trying to have like a sub D&D campaign, because I'd love to have everybody, but like a campaign with like 50 plus people would just not work.
Let me ask you about this. This isn't in your notes, but
okay.
I found another streamer who does D&D that we're going to be interviewing later. Actually, next week. She does cool. D&D. I want to put together. I want to make a Critical Role. Do you know Critical Role?
Yeah, I want to do it.
Let's do it. Let's make a streamer D&D. Because we used to play on Saturday nights. We played once a month, and we did like 9. Whatever happened to my D&D, it fell apart, guys. All my friends, they fell apart. But we had a ton of fun. And I'll tell you what, my DM will tell you, I was a menace.
Oh.
I was a menace to my DM. And so I would love to get a bunch of streamers together and maybe once every 2 weeks, once a month,
that'd be so fun.
to do like our own D&D campaign. Like I think it would be a blast with some entertaining people.
I have played a lot of homebrew. I played 3 full campaigns.
Oh, you've done way more than me. My first campaign was on stream. I have a friend who, there's a pretty big website for like basically virtual D&D. I can't remember what it's called, but he was the #1 DM.
Funny?
What is it?
There's Roll20.
No.
There's so many different sites.
It's
I
like
can't
you
even
hire the
remember.
DM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a DM
I haven't used that
finding
one.
thing. Let me look at it. Find a D&D DM. What is it called?
Roll20 has
Is it
that.
start playing? No, I don't think
Yeah,
it's
Roll20 is the one I've used.
to find a DM.
No, just to like play online because we played during COVID.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so like we used it. I can't remember what the website is. But
we'll find it.
yeah, so basically he did it for me for free. He did a campaign and he
That's
did a
awesome.
really good job, like a one-shot
Uh-huh.
campaign. And then we were like, we got to do this. This is
Yeah,
fun. And we did like 10 sessions and it was a ton of fun. But
that's
I would
awesome.
love to do it again with some
Yeah,
streamers. And you would be on my list, I think.
I've played a ranger because that was my
Okay.
first. So my best friend's dad not wrote the official D&D books, but he was the person. So when you see the D&D books, like
Yeah,
in Barnes and
with
Nobles,
the dragons and stuff.
yes,
Okay.
my best friend's dad played all of the material before, so it's all written by his friends.
So he
Like
play
I
tested
know,
it,
yeah, it was all his
essentially.
friends that
That's
did it.
that's pretty incredible.
So he was the first DM that I ever
Uh-huh.
played with, so obviously I had like a little bit of a help, I guess,
Yeah.
because when you're doing it the first time, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Um, and then my second campaign, I was a fairy princess.
Mhm.
It was homebrew.
Okay, yeah.
Um, and I had like a fairy dragon. It was all
How is homebrew?
so homebrew is. I feel like it's pretty hit or miss. You have to find something that's actually
Yeah.
realistic and not just, oh, my character always crits and always lands 20. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh wow, this
Cuz
isn't even a real
cuz
character.
essentially homebrew is you just make it up.
Hmm.
Not
So there's
that
a bunch of
that's
like
not that
resources
that's too
online of
different
homebrew
than
stuff.
D&D, but
Yeah.
it's like it's like I feel like it's the Wild West of D&D.
Yeah. I played the princess class. And like my princess had a like there was a whole big backstory because I like role playing and stuff.
Oh my gosh. That's
Um,
way more intense than I mean,
yeah.
I'm down to do it, but I need someone who can
Yeah.
teach me.
I mean, especially if there's like a bunch of us who have done it before.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
gotcha.
That's
But
so
yeah,
awesome.
it's really fun. Yeah. And then I played a fairy rogue. So I had like my stealth max, and I would like just I
Yeah.
had a little dagger, and I just cut people's spinal cords.
Yeah, that's
That was brutal.
amazing.
The DM did not like me because I just one shot everything.
Jeez. One day I looked up like how to annoy your DM. And it was like punch an NPC. So we were like going into a town and I'm like, "All right, this is it." And he's like, "You meet an old hag
Oh
outside." And
no.
I don't know anything about D&D, so he said, "You meet a hag outside." So I'm like, "Hag. It's just an old lady." Got it.
Hmm.
A hag is a very powerful wizardess woman.
Oh
Right? And
no.
she's like, the town, it's dangerous. And I'm like, oh yeah? You know what's dangerous? These fists! And I was like, I punch her in the face. And my buddy is like, what? I'm like, I punch that old lady in the face. He's like, it's a hag. I'm like, I don't care what she is. Punch her in the face. He's like, you do? I had -1 like strength modifier. So he's like, you do 0 damage. I'm like, boom. He's like, she casts like magic and like crits you. And I'm like, ugh! I was like, what's happening? He's like, a hag is literally a magical old woman. And I'm like, oh gosh. And so
Great.
my friends had to come and literally save me from dying because
Why am I not surprised?
yeah, I was like, this is gonna be great.
Hmm.
And it totally backfired on me.
I'll punch her in the face anyway.
Yeah, I did 0 damage. I just kind of
I mean,
frustrated her.
my fairy princess had negative intelligence, so we
Yikes.
we all have strengths
That's
and
pretty
weaknesses.
amazing.
She's very dumb, but she did her best.
Oh man.
Punch your problems away until they aren't. I mean,
Until they aren't any more
with
problems.
0 damage, it might be a little. It might take
Yeah,
a while.
it might take a little bit of time. So
Setting up
yeah,
messes.
it's not about winning. We always
This is
say
a
that.
threat.
We say that in Smash and Among Us all the time. It's
Yeah,
not about
but
winning. It's about sending a message.
I don't think I've ever won in Smash.
Really?
No, I have. Like a few times.
Well, that's
I've
good. I can teach you.
Not my
I'll
best.
teach you after you
Please,
teach me
I would love
Valorant.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So, what have you found to be the most successful thing you've done on stream, and what did you learn from it? So, before you even start,
Okay.
I love talking. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this. I'm
Go
the
for
worst
it.
podcast host because
No, you're
I
doing
do
great.
almost more talking than my
Is it
guests
corn,
sometimes.
man? Shut up. That doesn't make me
You
feel...
make corn best feet in the game. Best toes.
That's what I say.
Best toes in the game. Because we're all about toes here. But
Of course.
if Rod teaches you, you won't get better. Rip.
Well, the experience.
I'm a better teacher
Sending
than
a
I am a
message.
player. That's right. So the last week, our streamer, she got big from TikTok. You got big from TikTok. I might have to start making some TikToks.
Certainly.
My only problem is I'm not pretty enough. So
you are the most gorgeous.
Thank you.
You would get billions of views, I believe.
I hope so. I just post clips right now, and it does okay, but I think that you're onto something, like using, like obviously sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But
definitely. And it's like posting at certain times and like
I just don't
TikTok's
have the time.
algorithm. I know.
It seems
my TikTok is literally so hit or miss.
Well, the thing now is too, we're getting off track for a second. I started noticing that, like, I start getting these messages from TikTok and they're like, promote your video, like, and I'm thinking like, what? This isn't fair. Like, what?
Yeah, that's just pay to win.
Yeah, like, am I supposed to? And it's like pay $20 for 1,000 views. Like, what?
Yeah,
like
you're
what?
Paying for views.
No way, dude.
Editor. That's a good point. I was gonna talk about that.
Okay.
I have a lot of clips, and I'm not super great at editing, and I think it would be super cool. But again, like, I always see Valorant clips and stuff on TikTok, and they have hundreds of thousands of views.
And you're like,
man, I need to do that.
Well, some of these gaming clips, I'm like, I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm being more entertaining in my eyes because I'm screaming while I'm doing it. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't people watching me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, bro is recent from TikTok.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard to stay consistent because, like, TikTok pushes out your videos the more you post and, like, all that stuff. Coming up with that much content, I know everyone says that's not an excuse, but, like,
I don't have the time. I have 2 kids.
It's a lot of work.
I have 2 kids.
It really is.
Sleeping
It's a
upstairs.
time sink.
There's no way I have enough time to make 3 or 4 TikTok videos a day.
No.
and I'm gonna get extra butthurt when I make 4 TikToks and 3 of them are crap and 1 of them's good and that one gets the least amount of views.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, what the crap?
Literally, what is the point?
I feel because then you always see like I'm re-uploading because it didn't get enough clout the first time. Like, oh my gosh, bro. Should I just recycle my stuff over and over and over until?
Might as well.
Like, I feel like TikTok you can do that on, but
yeah.
Anyway. So, what's the most successful thing you think you've done on stream, and what did you learn from it?
I mean, I play a lot with my viewers, and I think that's probably what's gotten me the most because people want to play and they know they have a spot.
Great.
I play lots of Valorant because I can have 10 people in a lobby. So,
5 on 5.
You can only have 3.
Yeah.
You know, and I like to play Jackbox, but Jackbox just gives me anxiety because
you never know what someone's gonna say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I love Jackbox. It's just someone can come in and say some really horrible stuff, and you can't kick people.
Yeah, that's more anxiety-inducing than Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you, Maya.
Thank you. Yeah, so I totally understand that. Playing with viewers, that's how I started too. You know, and I still do play with viewers quite a lot.
I mean, it's hard when you have, a lot more viewers, but that's why I try and do games where we can have, 10 people at least.
Yeah.
Among Us you can do 15, and I played that for the first time on stream the other day.
What did you
I
think?
want to play that again. It was fun.
Dude, it's so
I played a
hard.
ton in February, but like now there's so much different stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it seems fun, but like it used to be so easy to fill lobbies.
I know. I used to be so good, and now I'm like.
And now lobbies take forever to fill. I'm like, what in the world?
I know.
It's kind of a pain, but so. Okay. So, after being in your stream for a month or so and kind of watching you and picking up things here and there, I learned that you're a chemistry major. So, very kudos to you. Very intense. major, but you're also learning Japanese,
I
and so
am.
you're probably a lot farther along than me. But when I first started watching, I just started learning Japanese, so I've been learning
Huh.
it for about a month. We have that in common, and
Hmm.
you're planning on going to Japan this
I
year,
am.
right?
Yes.
Is that all set, ready to go with the school?
Travel permitting.
Okay.
I was supposed to be studying abroad. Um, that is not working because Japan was in a state of emergency. And actually,
Japan
the
is in a state of
day,
emergency.
well, they're not anymore. They were.
Okay.
Um, but that's the thing. I withdrew from the program
Uh huh.
because they were like, "There's not going to be any travel. You're not going to be able to come. Everything's going to be online."
Uh huh.
Um, and I'd gotten a scholarship from my school for doing studying abroad, and then when they realized it was all online, they took it away. So I was like,
Oh
I'm not even getting money. I'm going to be doing classes
no.
at 3 a.m. I'm not like there's nothing
Oh,
that I'm
so
going to
you were
gain from
still in
doing
the
that.
program, but you were just doing it
Doing it all
online.
from right here.
Oh, that
And I was
defeats the
like,
purpose 100%.
exactly. So I withdrew, and then 2 days later, they lifted the state of emergency.
Oh, so did
Which you
students
still can't
go?
travel there. You still can't. But I was just like, that's just sucky timing.
So let me ask you this then.
Mhm.
Did you do any planning? Did you have things that you wanted to go see? Like what? Talk to
Oh
me
yeah.
about like what you, because my plan is to go with Mrs. Rado for our 10-year
Right.
anniversary. So
Oh.
what should we look for? What should we go see?
Um, I mean, I'm a big culture person. The reason
Yeah.
why I wanted to learn Japanese and go here is just I'm really I'm a very interested person. I love
Yeah.
learning. School is
Curious.
like iffy, but learning I love
Yeah.
just,
Self-driven learning.
yeah, exactly. So I really want to look at more cultural stuff like shrines,
Uh huh.
obviously Mount Fuji because,
Yeah.
like
It's great.
sacred there. And just I know some people there. So like
Ah.
seeing them and like actually seeing what their culture is rather than just being in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Um, and then like all this normal stuff like going to an onsen and like there's a Nara Deer Park. Um,
Mm-hmm.
well, it's Nara Deer Park. Where you just go and there's tons of like wild deer and you can just go up and they don't like they're not afraid of humans.
That's
And I'm a big
insane.
animal person, so I'm like, oh, I want to go see them.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And just like experience like that's why I wanted to study abroad because I wanted to live in it. I wanted to experience
Yeah.
a
Well,
whole
that's like
different
the best
world.
way when you're also learning. Are you taking Japanese through the school?
I'm taking it next semester.
So you haven't
So
started
I've
yet.
just been self-teaching myself.
So what
But then I'll be like taught.
do you know a lot of did you memorize hiragana and katakana?
Hmm.
Have you learning kanji?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're probably farther than me.
I mean, I haven't so when I couldn't go to Japan, I obviously got really butthurt.
Yeah.
And then I took like a little break, but I'm
Yeah.
back into it now, also because I have it next semester.
Yeah.
Um,
So I
so I
try
want to be
to
prepared.
I try to write the alphabet hiragana and katakana every day to stay
Hmm.
on top of it. But I
Yeah.
I took a break on the lessons because I was doing it like in my free periods when I wasn't teaching, but now I'm teaching every day, and it's
So you're a teacher?
I'm a substitute right now. I'm working on my
Okay.
teaching degree, so
Gotcha.
I sub every day. I'm a district sub, and I'm doing long term positions, so I'm essentially
Yeah.
teaching students. I'm not
My
like a
mom is a sub.
substitute where I'm just sitting there
Yeah, yeah.
making sure they do the work. Like I'm doing lesson plans and
Yeah.
teaching, which is good. I mean, it's good for me and for what I'm getting certified in, but it gives
Hmm.
me less time to practice my
Yeah, of course.
Japanese. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, we can't talk about Japan without talking about anime.
Of course.
And so it seems like you like anime and you watch some animes. What I'm interested in knowing if you have any hot takes on animes or any favorite animes that you want to share with us.
I wish I had hot takes, but I feel like I don't really.
Yeah.
I have lots of favorite anime though.
Okay, let's hear some of your animes. We're gonna talk anime. Let's
Um,
talk shop here for a second.
okay,
All
let's
right.
go. So my brother, I have two brothers,
Okay.
Jack and Carl. Jack is 17, I
Okay.
know. I swear.
So, ladies, he's not available yet. He's off the table.
One day I'll finish Naruto. Yeah, I've been trying to watch Naruto forever.
Okay.
I watched Naruto but not Shippuden.
I
Um,
did a filler guide for it, so I
oh
skipped
yeah,
like
we skipped the
300
filler.
episodes.
Yeah, we have to watch Shippuden. Um, but he got me into anime.
Uh huh.
I started with Darling in the Franxx,
Okay.
with
We have
Zero Two.
we have some people in our Discord, Kit specifically. I don't know if he's in here
Um,
right now, but he loves Darling in the Franks.
yeah, Zero Two was like my first Discord profile picture, and
Okay.
she was until very recently, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
she's famous for the dance, the TikTok
she's
dance.
just yeah,
She's a
she but
baddie.
she is. Um, but that was my first, and then I watched Demon Slayer with my brothers.
Uh-huh.
Um, which I know it's like a standard one,
Yeah. I mean, but it's good.
but it's so good, and especially like
Yeah.
that I got to watch it with my brothers, like
Yeah. That's
being
awesome.
that it's
It's
a
good
brother and a
bonding.
sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I'm getting them stuff for Christmas from Demon Slayer,
That's
so don't tell
amazing.
them.
Well, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
If you so who is Jeez, I'm about to make you say something controversial. So which one is the brother that got you into it?
Jack,
So Jack,
he's 17.
you and Jack, right?
Hmm.
Which one of you would be Nezuko and which one of you would be Tanjiro? It,
He's hmm. He has like main character vibes,
he exudes that
but
alpha energy.
he also has like you know how like Nezuko and like you see her, everyone's like, oh my goodness, Nezuko. He's
Yeah.
that. So I
Okay.
feel like he might. I don't know if I'm enough of like I don't want to say badass because that's a bad word, but like I don't know if I'm enough of a badass to be Tanjiro.
You don't do you does your resolve, you don't have enough resolve?
I mean, I would for so like again the fact that it's siblings. Like I
Yeah.
would if it was Jack or Carl,
You're like,
but like
"Yes."
otherwise, I'm like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah. You're like, "All right, see you later, friend."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So
Uh,
Demon Slayer and
yeah.
Naruto and some of the good ones.
Haikyuu was the first anime that I picked out to watch.
And did you
You
love
know, like
it?
he put me on, and I am such a simp for all of the boys in that
Oh
show. I
my
don't even want
gosh.
to talk about it.
That's a
Yeah.
great show. Mrs. Rado and I watched a bunch of it.
Hmm.
So the
Yeah.
problem with me is I start animes and I watch
And
them
you
and
don't
then
finish them.
I never finish them. Scalper, have a great night, ma'am.
Good night. Thank you so
Uh,
much for this song.
yeah, dude. Uh, I also never finish animes. Like I
Yeah.
watch so many
It's a
animes.
chronic problem. I have the same issue, don't worry.
And then I'm like, I already seen this anime, but I'm like, oh wait, I haven't really seen it.
You haven't finished it.
Yeah. So
That's my problem with like Dr. Stone. I love Dr. Stone because it's like all science,
yes.
but I haven't seen any of the new stuff. So I'm like, I've seen Dr. Stone. I haven't caught up, but
Yeah.
I've seen
I've
it.
watched like 30 episodes, so
I
I
can't
mean,
finish most. Honestly, me either. I've started Assassination Classroom again with my brother. Naruto.
that's a
No
hard
Game, No
one.
Life. I'm like halfway through.
Which one?
Naruto's hard. No Game, No Life.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
okay,
It's like
but
even it's shorter,
that one
but
it
like
gives me
I
weird
still
vibes. The brother and sister are
yeah,
weird in
it's kind of weird. My
it.
brother was like, "You should watch this, but not with me," and I'm like,
You're
"Okay,"
like, yeah,
because that would be weird.
he's super weird.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. Yeah, dude,
yeah.
I love anime. I love One Piece.
That
That's
is a commitment.
I've been watching it for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And
Jeez, that's literally half my
956.
life.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I started in college, so
Oh,
only 10 years ago, or less than 10
yeah,
years ago, and I'm caught up to 950 something. I know
yeah.
there are a
Isn't
lot.
there a
There's
thousandth episode
there's
coming out soon?
very soon. I'm about
Okay,
50 episodes behind, but
binge time.
it's time. It's time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take a short break. Not really.
Okay.
We're gonna do my favorite segment now that I really like. We are doing
Okay.
uh, explain that
Playing the clip.
explain that clip. And
Okay,
so
I'm
uh,
ready.
I have some clips that I'm gonna pull
Mm-hmm.
up, and I'm gonna ask you to kind of explain to me what's happening
Okay.
here and how we got here and what's going on and whatnot. So here is the first clip. Let's get that one up real quick.
Make sure I can have audio on Discord.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. Let's see.
It's because last time, like, you showed me a
Whoop.
video and I couldn't hear it. I can unmute stream,
No,
but
no, no.
then it would be.
This should work. Hold on. You're gonna.
Well,
Okay. I just have to get the clip.
Okay.
So,
Oh no.
do you see it?
Yeah, I can. I see that it's currently a play button.
Okay.
I can't. I need to take this off. I'm sweating now. This is too much for me.
Oh, this is when I had my old mic. Oh no. I think that was the first time. Yeah, that was the first time I played Dead by Daylight.
So this is your very first
That was
time.
my very first time. And I think.
Because you seem very overwhelmed.
I was scared. I got jump scared. Was
Are
the
you
thing.
kidding me?
Oh, and someone gifted me.
Thank you,
Like,
Vampire.
I think
Maybe
someone had also
66.
gifted me like 20 subs or something. No, I got like 50 subs that stream.
50 subs?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So I was freaking out because it was my first time and I was scared. And then someone gifted 50 subs. So
And
I died.
so you were just completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's
I was just sitting there like, what is happening?
That's so amazing. So someone just dropped 50 subs and it cost you.
I mean, it might have been like a collective, a bunch of people did.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just like, what is happening?
That was just a normal stream. That wasn't like a subathon or anything.
No.
Okay. That's really cool. Yeah, you just seemed very overwhelmed by that.
I was. That's why the clip is called Overwhelmed.
I was like, I gotta find out more about this.
Oh,
okay.
This one.
How do you mean this one? Can you see it?
I mean, I can see currently a Google Doc.
Oh, what?
Because I'm looking on Discord. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're dead. Guess who's getting off the game? Oh, you killing me? What?
Yeah.
So I'm super confused by this clip. Like, what exactly? Are you shocked because you survived?
Yes.
Okay.
I was hiding under a table. And the alien, I was stuck in this room with alarms and cameras, and I could not go anywhere. Every time I tried to move, the camera would see me from like the table I was under. I don't know how I got there. And the game scares the crap out of me. Like, there's a reason why I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
But it was walking back and forth. Like, literally, I was sitting there for maybe 10 minutes. Like, people were screaming at me to move. And I was like, I can't do it. And, he, like, crouched down one time. He was stared at me, which is what you saw in that clip. And I was like, oh, we're dead. And I was like, if he kills me here, I'm just getting off. And then he just left. And I was like, what? So I was on the easy difficulty. Not the easiest, but the easy one.
Okay.
And, yeah, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm dead. And then he just walked away.
He just walked away. Perfect.
He didn't want the smoke.
He didn't want it. You were too good. Okay, so this is the last one I've got.
100K points. Shout out to Florida stream.
This one is so bad.
Wait.
I also have stream.
We ended her stream.
We were playing Jack.
How did I?
And I was trying to alt from a party pack, and I alted for Streamlabs. I literally
So
my stream just ended.
So you just ended the entire thing like in the middle of playing.
Yep. And then I had to restart, and everyone was still screaming, and it was very. There's no way I just did that. I did not alter form. I'm trying my best. That's all I have to say.
That's amazing. So this was early in your stream career or like last week? Actually, where was this?
Yeah, we can see when
3 months ago. That's amazing.
Not a good look.
That's straight up amazing.
Yeah.
We
have funny moments over here.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny because I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So I asked you to prepare some clips, and so you sent those to me to check out, and so we're gonna look at them right now. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna click them. Okay, so let's see this first one.
The creeper killer.
Okay, you guys want to hear story time? Oh my gosh.
Sure.
The Tales of Sonic's Adventure.
My sword broke.
Oh my gosh.
That's the Sonic sound.
I keep pressing.
Chapter 1. Some backstory. Okay. Oh, so you don't even get to hear any of the Sonic Tales.
What?
Bro, this is a throwback. Where is Neolite? What about me? So this is So Sonic is been around for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Since we started playing Minecraft. He joined. He was like one of the first people who joined when we started playing Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even remember. I don't even think he was the first one. I think Super Trejo, who we were talking about earlier,
Right.
Started writing these books.
Okay.
And he would just leave them in the realm and be like, read this. And so we would have these story times where he would essentially narrate what was going on, the lore of the so I'd put on some music, some background spooky music or some serious music, and I'd read them, and I'd make a big deal. And it was so funny because this guy, Trejo, I'm calling you out, man, had the worst grammar ever.
No.
Words would be spelled wrong. There'd be incomplete sentences, run-on sentences. And so I'd read it exactly as it's written. So, if he spelled the word wrong 6 or 7 times, I would just say it 6 or 7 times incorrectly.
I love that.
And it was just so funny. And so then Sonic, who also doesn't have perfect grammar, wrote some stories about how he found our stream and kind of his adventures before our stream, and we would have the Sonic tale. And this was in a time of peace. Our Minecraft is it's a mess, man. We need a revival in this land. Everyone in my Minecraft world needs Jesus because they all run around murdering and stealing from each other and. But
we have PvP turned off in our server because I was like, I'm not even gonna go there.
That's
I'm not gonna be responsible for people killing each other.
I think Sonic would lose his mind without PvP. he is literally our PvP guy. When people come in and they start bullying other people, we go, Sonic! And he comes through and he wrecks literally everyone. The man's a G. I mean, if I have a problem in Minecraft, I call my boy, and he takes care of him, which is really great for me because I'm like, you're bullying me. And then I have Sonic deal with them. So these are Sonic stories, and there's some pretty funny stories about them, but we used to have story time on stream.
I love that.
And so it was a great time. All right, this is the second one.
Delicious and inexpensive carne asada, but everywhere I turn they slice the carne asada thinner and thinner, and they charge more and more. Why it's thinly sliced meat, and I have to pay $8.73 for half a pound of carne asada. They're not even making their own corn tortilla bread roll things. And you're going to ask me to pay more for the meat than I would even pay for other food that's not that? Why?
That is all. So this is an example of 700. This is what 750 points on my channel can get you.
Okay.
Someone redeemed rage over carne asada. And it's my turn to deliver. Something else that I rage over, but unpromptedly, is when Uber Eats or DoorDash mess up my order. And my wife is standing right next to me dying. So she ordered Uber Eats. And my assumption is that my order is messed up. Is it not messed up? It's messed up. I freaking spend so much money on Uber Eats and DoorDash. They can't get any of my orders right. Give me this.
Stop.
What is it?
Do you want this?
I don't know what it is.
Chicken tacos.
You ordered me chicken tacos.
I ordered them for myself. Do you want my food or not?
No, I want to know what you ordered me. I can't remember.
Crab pretzel, and they didn't even put it in the bag.
So there's no crab pretzel.
Do you want my chicken tacos?
I'm missing my crab pretzel. No, I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want it.
French fries?
I don't want anything.
Give us French
Just
fries.
bring it upstairs. I'll eat it later after my stream. So
I have to go get money back now.
I go get the money. If you don't, I want all the money back. I want it all. Screw that place.
Tell them.
I'm so mad. I have another really Rado screaming seems normal. I have another clip where we ordered something and they gave us the completely wrong order, not even our
What?
names. So it's literally clip of me like holding the bag up to the screen and I'm screaming, "Do I look like Jess and Amber? Or do I look like them?" And I'm just so angry because I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
Ah!
Did you ever call back and get your order, or?
Yeah, but it's more hassle than it's worth. Just give me my
Oh, yeah,
money back and
definitely.
I'll go to bed hungry.
And I'll forget about it.
Okay, this is the last one you got here. So this is a very there's a really
Oh, that was the good chunk.
this is a very funny story behind this.
Oh, that
I
was
am ready
long
to hear
still.
it.
So this was I think our September subathon,
Okay.
and so
What? Oh, drag queen?
listen, I have
Yeah, this was in your channel trailer.
I
And I was like,
have
oh,
some
well, I picked
Rogaine
that one. So,
it was on my channel trailer.
yeah.
I,
It's you shaving his head.
Wait, for
Or
real?
the video you played earlier. The new channel trailer.
I'm gonna need it, I think.
Mm,
That you played?
Guys, I was.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not there yet.
No, not on your channel yet.
Yeah.
But the one that you just played on stream.
Yes, this was in that.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What if it doesn't? What if Mrs. Rado?
So, the funny story behind this is that I did, in fact, shave my buddy's head on
Okay.
stream. But I invited him over to help me fix something in my PC, and I said, Lime Pup, I said, in my head, I said, I'm going to ask him how many subs it would take to shave his head. And then what I'll do is I'll add 50 to that or 100 to that, and then I'll do that for myself.
Right.
And so I go, Lime Pup, how many subs do you think it would take for you to shave your head? And he's tinkering away on my PC and he's thinking. And he goes, probably like 10. I'm like,
Oh, no.
I go, 10? What? Do you care about your hair at all? And he's like, yeah, I just think like that would be like a good number. And I was like,
Oh, no.
originally I was going to shave my head, but if you only want 10 subs, I feel like that's a good deal for me. Like,
Yeah.
let's do it. And he's like, no. Make it like 50, right? Or he said, let's make it, he said, I don't know how my wife would feel. Let's make it 100, right? And so the first subathon happened, and we did really good in August. We got a bunch of subs, but I think we got like 50 or 60, but we didn't get 100. And so I said, the next month, September subathon came around, and I said, I didn't ask him this time. I just
Oh, no.
put it up, and I made it 50. I had mentioned in passing, like, would 50 be something you'd do? And yeah, I'd do 50. And I did it, and he didn't know. And so I called him up, and I was like 10 minutes before we started streaming, he's like, I just saw this thing, like, you're going to shave my head for 50? Like, you didn't even talk to me about this. And I'm like, well, we talked about it last month. And he's like, all right, fine. And so we hit 50 that stream, and he came over, and we shaved his head.
Aw.
Because he has like a receding hairline, and he knows he's gonna go bald one day. But
I feel like you can't sacrifice other people. You gotta shave your own
listen,
head.
I have some really great people in my corner with my stream.
That's good.
He is Lime Pup is goated, man. This man does my stream takeovers when I'm out of town,
Aw,
and he does all of our graphic design, and he shaved
that's
his head
awesome.
for me for the stream. So man is absolutely goated. But yes, he's incredible, man. I love him a ton.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on, so this feels like a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun stream for sure.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a little bit more about you, a little bit more about me. I have a couple more questions for us to talk about before we get to gaming. Everything kind of got pushed back tonight, but I hope that you're okay with that.
The controllers were important.
The controllers were very important. They were very, very important. What have you found to be the most difficult part of adding a new game to your rotation and getting people bought into new games as you add them, because I'm constantly trying new games. And I feel like sometimes I'm wasting my time. Like if I'm not getting, new viewers for it, and like, what if my current viewers don't even care about this game? Like what? So like, how do you work through that?
I think a lot of it is having the mindset that people are there for you.
Uh-huh.
Like, at least, I mean, a lot of my viewers are lurkers.
Yeah.
And they're there every stream, and they're always supportive, and I'm so, so grateful.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the times, like, you have people that come and they just come to talk to you,
Yeah.
You talk about your day, you talk about the game. Like, they might have no idea what's going on, but, like, they're still gonna talk to you about it. And turning off, or like just not looking at your view, like I get so invested in numbers. I'll be like, oh my goodness, 3 people unfollowed me,
Bro.
or like, oh my gosh, only 10 people are watching, and I'm like, there's still 10. Like, why am I getting upset? Like,
Yeah, dude, this is so. You're speaking. We have a direct connection
I
right
know
now.
I know the feeling.
There are some nights where I just keep checking the numbers, and I'm like,
I know,
it's not
and
where
like,
I
why
want
am I
it to
even
be.
bothering? There's
It's
9 people here,
I
but
know.
it's still like,
Oh, it's so bad.
I know the feeling.
It's a struggle. That's so. I'm glad you said that, because that's something that I always feel like I'm the only one that struggles with it. Like,
No, everybody struggles with it, I think,
Yeah.
and that's why, like, a lot of TikToks I see is it's turn your viewer off, like turn your viewer count off, don't look,
yeah,
because then you're worrying, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm not entertaining enough, I'm not this enough, I'm not like,
yeah,
people don't like me, and obviously that's not true. You still have like 10 people watching, like,
yeah.
you
Yep.
know,
And it's
it's
better
not
than
about
nothing.
numbers,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just
For me, I think it's super difficult too, because like you stream 3 times a week, and I stream 6 times a week. I'm streaming every day, so for the first year of my streaming, I streamed 7 days a week for a year. Literally I don't think I took a single break that whole year. I didn't start other people's stream takeovers until year 2. So I streamed every day. I love you too, Tukey. I streamed every day, and I was like, it's easy in the beginning. Like this first 9 months, the first year, like it feels like you grow every month and you feel great. And then you hit a spot where you start to plateau. These things start to slow down, and you're like, oh crap, I'm doubting everything.
What am I doing wrong?
What am
like,
I?
should I even keep doing this? Yeah.
And then you have a couple bad nights, or people are busy, and it's like you start to bag on yourself, and it's like, and I'm not a negative person. I try to be super positive and keep myself
me too.
positive, but those numbers,
You still
man,
definitely fall into that. Yeah.
those numbers sometimes beat me up, man.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's just a lot of it's people are watching you, and you're like, oh my goodness, like you start being like, I'm not good enough, but it's not that.
It's a dangerous hole to go down, but it's good to have. I have a lot of people who come in that I really love, and that really help keep me grounded. So I have you viewers out there. You're great. You know who you are.
We love you. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
You really have no idea.
You
how
guys
much
keep us going.
lurkers and consistent, like anyone who comes.
Yes, even
like,
when you just like say, "Hey, how's it going?" Like those little messages. They're like, I'm like, yes, someone wants to talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's also important to remember that growth isn't always linear.
Yes.
Like sometimes you are just gonna dip, and that's just what happens, and it sucks.
Dude, I'm like been consistently surprised. You've got some really awesome nuggets of wisdom.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Put that on a tattoo.
Heck yeah.
Make it a tramp
growth
stamp.
Isn't linear.
Make it a tramp
stamp. Okay, we'll get matching. 100 subs.
100 subs. Matching tramp stamp. Nuggets of wisdom. So I want to tramp stamp your car with it. I'll do that. I won't tramp stamp myself. So I want to ask another personal question. What do you consider yourself to be an expert in? Something that you enjoy talking on stream or off stream about?
Being that I'm a chemistry major, Colby, hi. That's one of my, like, when you were saying if I remembered anyone from the beginning of my streams, Colby has been there, like, since the day.
Day one, ride or die, baby. Colby,
Well, Flipsy
shout
was
out to
there the first
Colby.
day I streamed.
Who
He
did?
was, like,
Oh,
my best
Flipsy?
friend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And then Colby was there the first
But
day.
Flipsy doesn't count if he knows you in real life.
Well, I guess.
He or she is
But I met him
obligated.
online.
Okay.
I met him online.
Okay.
So, mugging, yeah. But okay, so I'm a chemistry major, so I'd say I know, decent bit about chem.
Yeah.
I've tutored a bunch well, okay, this is gonna sound like a brag, but I promise it's not.
Okay.
I was 4th in my class. I had a 4.1 GPA in high school. And history was definitely my worst subject.
Okay.
Dates are not something that I stick with.
Okay.
But math and science just really clicked in my head. I was a flute player. I sang. I was 4th in the state for.
Do you have a flute in your room right now? Yo, can you play us a little ditty on your flute?
I would love to, but I think it's in the attic.
Oh, rip.
And it is also almost 11.
Tuki.
And people in my house.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna sleep.
Tuki is our resident musician. He makes his own
cool.
covers of video game music.
Oh, no way!
Which is
That's
really
awesome.
dope.
What the heck?
Yeah.
We actually played the theme from Halo.
Wait, your school?
Mm-hmm.
That's baller.
It was. I mean, and Halo is very near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
So I was just like you got the chills.
Bro, we
Like,
need the video of that somewhere.
I can try and find
where's
it.
mom's cam where she's like, yeah, there's my flute player.
Definitely not one so small.
Okay.
But yeah, I sing a lot. I was 4th in the state in choir.
Dude,
Not saying competitively, but
you know how to sing. I mean,
Yeah,
when
I
I
have
sing
pretty
on
good
stream, it's like, ooh.
I mean, I can't sing on command, I need to
Okay.
warm up and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but I'm not going to.
Okay. It sounds like you want to. Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
But that I was doing actually just before stream. I was doing a PChem lab, so
Oh.
I know.
But do you like talking about it?
Now that I like my teacher, stop.
Sounds like she wants to
No,
sing.
definitely not. I'd rather talk about chemistry.
Okay.
But it's hard when your professors aren't super invested in your learning. Because again, I'm a learner. I
Yeah.
don't like school. I don't do school super well, but I love learning.
Do you go to a big school? Do you mind if I ask? Is that why your professors don't feel as invested? Because
No,
maybe it's.
I go to a smaller school, but COVID. I've had all my.
I think
everything has
online
been online.
changed everything as far as education goes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And during online learning, I'd have an 8 a.m. and I'd sleep through it I'd be in the class.
Yeah.
My little Evelyn would be there, but I would be asleep.
Yeah.
There was one time I woke up to my professor going, "Evelyn, do you have any questions?" And I'm the last person in the Zoom room, and I'm like, "Oh no."
That's such a rip.
Yeah.
Dude.
But just now I have a professor who is so animated and she's so excited to teach. And she doesn't just assume that you know everything, because a lot of these professors, they've been studying it for 10 or 15 years.
They lecture for 50 minutes and they're like, all right, bye.
Yeah, and they know they know what they're talking about, so it makes sense to them. But when I've never heard about particle in a box theory, I have no idea what this means.
Yeah,
and they just assume that you get it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, I do now.
Well, that's good.
But it has to do with the quantization of energy.
I quantize my energy with Pringle water. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't. Yeah.
I just take that energy and.
Quantum theory versus classical theory.
No,
I won't get into that.
I am classical theory. When you look up classical theory, I'm the face. You see.
Well, then that would be non-quantized energy.
Oh. Well, this is
That's
awkward.
okay. You know now.
So what is it? We've been streaming for 9 months. What are the future long-term goals here? Do we want to go full-time? Do we want to create content? Is this just something to pass the time? What is the goals?
All of the above.
Yeah.
I didn't even ever expect to have so many people that I genuinely love and care about in the community. And I honestly would not like pass it up for anything. I love everybody here, and like the more people, Brad, I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know. Still don't know what it
Um,
means, but I assume it's a good thing.
I could tell you another time.
Okay,
but,
okay.
just kind of building relationships, and if I went full time, that would be super cool. But
Yeah.
it's not.
The pieces have to be in order.
I'm not like banking on it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to ever expect like, oh, I'm gonna blow up. Like I feel like that's a
Yeah.
bad mindset to have.
Yeah.
Um, So it's just I kind of just going with the flow. Keep interacting, keep seeing all these people. Like if I never grew anymore and I just got to keep the community that I have, I would be happy. Like I genuinely love everybody there.
That's
And
awesome. As long
it's
as
just-
they all stick
it's made me
around.
happy.
Yeah.
Well, people come and go, but
Yeah.
it's
Twitch
cool to see
is
people like come back.
the Twitch
Like
life
yeah.
like cycle of viewers is so interesting to me.
Yeah. Like you have people that were there a lot in the beginning and now they're not.
And then they
And
come back and they're like, "Hey, I'm alive again." We literally
you're
had
like, "Oh
someone
my
do that
gosh."
today. They're like, I haven't seen them in like 3 months, and they're like, "Hey, I'm back." I'm like, "Oh gosh, great,
yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
yeah,
But yeah, it's really cool. And even like, life gets in the way. You can't always
Yeah.
expect everyone to be there all the time.
yeah."
But it's and I try to make sure that everybody knows like you can leave for however long you want. Like you're always welcome back.
Apple's like, "Deuces, see you later. Don't let the door hit you on the way out."
No,
Yeah.
never.
Oh man, that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good mindset to have. Do you have any spicy or juicy streaming stories, drama stories? Share with us.
See, this
I
one-
added this because last week the streamer had a ton of juicy stories.
Oh, see, I don't really like. Everyone's just supportive and friendly, and
No drama behind the scenes.
we had
Come on, turn it into drama alert.
in the beginning, we had one guy who wanted to play League with me all the time.
Uh huh.
Like he'd call me, he'd be like, "Okay, I'm getting on. Like you have to get on," and I'm like, that was the whole thing where I was talking about boundaries before.
Yeah. Setting boundaries.
People just think because you're a streamer, you can just play games all the time. And
Yeah.
I'm a senior in college studying
Yeah.
chemistry. I can't play League all the time. And he
Yeah.
got mad at me and he was like, "I can't believe this is how you treat your friends." And I'm like,
Bro, I don't even know you
I have
technically.
Lattimore, dude.
Yeah.
I met you 2 days ago.
Sure.
You've tried to play League with me at least 48 hours of those 72.
Oh
And it's
my
just like,
gosh.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's interesting when sombreros are cool. What's going on, man?
That's my mod.
Mod. Yo, yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting. Viewers sometimes get really cozy really quick.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Science is difficult for some. That's why I was a tutor, because so many people would be like, "You know how to do this," and my kids don't, or whoever. And I just.
I thought you said that's why I was a cheater at first, and then it
No,
registered that you were a
tutor.
tutor. I was like, oh, you don't know science? Just cheat. And
Yeah,
that's
just
how you-
no, don't do
it'll be
that.
fine.
Cheating will get you kicked out of school.
Stay in school. Stay in drugs. Stay in school, kids. Don't do drugs. That's right.
the one.
That's the one.
One combination of those words.
Do it. Don't listen to. Oh, all right. We got some cheaters in the stream. They're all about it. Stay in drugs. Stay in drugs.
Hours of vegetables.
Don't do school. Don't take that out of context, please. All right. What are your favorite and least favorite part of streaming?
Never listen to Apple, even when she says go to bed. See, that's a thing. Before I answer that, no one in my channel likes to go to bed
Yikes.
at a decent time. Hash Brown usually goes to sleep at like 6 in the morning. I
Yeah.
have a lot of night owls in my server.
I have some night owls too.
We have, I think, Chameleon, who's the top chatter in my stream forever. Chameleon wakes up at 9 p.m., which is when I start stream. So even though
And
they
that-
live,
And they live in the same time zone.
mhm.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just nuts. Some people live totally different
What
schedules.
sleep? Oh my
What
gosh.
is sleep? You guys, and I'll be like,
Bro.
okay, everybody hydrate. Like I'm hydrating. Eat your
Yeah.
vegetables.
That's good. I should just start doing that. I should start making my people hydrate while I hydrate.
Well, see, no one does.
Oh,
And everyone will
yikes.
fight me on it. They'll be like, no, I'm not going to sleep. Don't tell me what to do.
You're like,
I'm
you
like,
will
guys.
drink and you will like it. In
Hydrate.
in Applejackaroni's Discord, she's known as Mommy Applejack. So when Mommy tells you to
am.
hydrate, you do it.
You know, I'm gonna start saying that.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
I'm gonna have to tell everybody. Okay, but favorite and least favorite.
Part of
I am
streaming.
the mom.
Yeah.
You called me out.
Yikes.
Mommy, sorry, I get that all the time.
Yeah.
That's my favorite joke.
But you wouldn't call your man daddy.
No, no. We're not doing
You're
that.
gonna say that you're mommy, but you're not gonna call him daddy.
Whoa, this is a family-friendly stream.
I'm just saying. It doesn't have to be weird unless you make it weird.
Okay, in a non-weird way, sure, I guess.
So it's a no. You definitely would never do it.
I mean, it's a maybe. How about that? We'll settle on a maybe.
You can say
Yeah,
no. You
I agree
gotta
with
stick to your ground. Daddy is always weird. It doesn't even sound right.
Ooh.
I call someone
Spicy.
daddy. Yikes.
I
Except the daddy
except
chill.
chill. Yeah, no.
Daddy
exactly.
chill. It's wicked funny.
Exactly. But to answer your question,
Yes.
best parts of streaming absolutely are meeting everybody and just the relationships in the community I've gotten to build. And I feel like a lot of people can agree. I posted a tweet, or I retweeted. I'm trying to use Twitter, but I feel like a grandma. I really don't understand it.
I gave up on Twitter. I'm focusing on
I'm like, how do
Instagram.
and then I try to like retweet it, and then I'm like, what? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Twitter's there's too many people that shouldn't have an opinion on there that have an opinion.
That's because I only follow the Valorant and Animal Crossing tweets or whatever.
Yeah, the twits,
Hashtags?
the Twitterers.
The twits.
No, I gave up on Twitter. I focus on Instagram and TikTok.
I'm trying to.
Twitter's a toxic waste dump.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely, like the people you meet and everything is awesome.
Yeah.
The worst parts are probably I'm a chronic people pleaser.
Yikes.
So like I just want to make everybody happy, and I'm like, wait, I need to sleep. I need to, go eat. I need to go spend time with my family.
I think there's
And I'm
been
like,
several times that I popped into your stream and you're like, yeah, I was supposed to go to sleep like 30 minutes ago, so we're ending stream now. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
good night.
Because, someone will get on, they'll be like, oh, do you have time for a game? And I'm like,
One more game. 4
Sure.
a.m. Where are we
oh
dropping,
my
boys?
goodness. No, literally, we played Crab Game
Yeah.
last week, and I went an extra hour because people kept being like, oh, just one more. And I was like, I can't say no.
Oh my gosh.
No,
That's amazing.
exactly.
Thanks for the follow.
And heck yeah, hash round. But and I'm also like I have pretty bad anxiety, and I'm pretty open about that.
Yeah.
And it's been good so far, but some nights I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can bring myself to do this.
Yeah.
And because I'm a people pleaser, I'm like,
Well,
well, everyone's expecting me, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
I am the worst person to talk to mental health about. Because one of my weaknesses, I think, is that I struggle with empathizing with people on things that I personally haven't experienced.
See, I'm
right?
the exact opposite.
So,
I'm
like-
such an empathizer.
Like, I've never had depression. I can empathize with people, right?
Mhm.
I don't think that I have ever really truly experienced depression. So when people
Mhm.
like talk to me about it, I'm more than willing to listen. I'm more than willing to give advice, and I'm more than willing to empathize. But I've heard you don't give yourself enough credit. Thanks, Climb
Aw.
Pup. But I feel like it's hard for me to empathize with those people. So I don't even remember where I was going with this.
Because you haven't experienced it, it's harder for you.
Yeah. So, but you were saying so I'm gonna give you some really good advice. Okay.
Oh, let's hear it.
This is my good non-empathetical advice. Whenever
Mhm.
you're feeling like you have anxiety, right, and you can't stream, just stream Devour, or the most horrifying
Okay, I'll call
thing.
you. I'll be like,
The most
incoming
horrifying
call
thing.
from Applejack.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, get on. We're playing Devour.
It's time. It's time. I have crippling anxiety, and now I'm gonna go do something that's gonna give me 100 times more anxiety. So just, it's like fight fire with fire.
Exactly. I actually had a stream. I think it was last week. I don't remember what it was, and I was kind of dreading.
Devour's a good cure for anxiety.
I don't think so. But I was just dreading it. I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling up to it. And I got on stream, and then I remembered the community I have, and that everyone was just super supportive.
Because when you're having bad days
helped.
and they're not, they help bring you out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not having a great night, but here we are, hoping to turn it around, and then it ended up being great.
Yeah.
And I felt so much better.
I've definitely had people in my chat that are like, help me get through. Like some nights I'm like, okay, here we go. And then it's like, they're like, hey, and I'm like, dude, you get me.
Yeah.
Which is really great. Awesome. We're going to wrap up here in a minute and get started. Super late with our gaming, but we're going to go.
Okay.
We'll go as late as you want.
Sounds good.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do.
I would love for you to interview me.
I wanted to, do a little bit back and forth.
Yeah.
So the other day you joined my voice chat,
I did.
and we were talking a little bit about DJing / your Twitch.
Yes.
So I'd like to hear how you started and DJing and all that kind of other stuff.
Yes. Some of my viewers might not even know about it. They should know about it because we've done DJ stream. We've live streamed from our weddings before, which is kind of funny. It's super difficult because of Twitch now. But.
Yeah, of course.
So I started kind of at the very beginning of the pandemic. I got laid off subbing, and I was like, but I was still getting paid, and so I was like, I want to play video games, and other people were doing it, and I had just gotten a PC, and I was like, let's do it. Let's start doing it. Around the same time, I was also starting to. A lot of people were popping up. Doing this virtual DJing. They were creating these virtual bars like on Facebook and different platforms. And so they would essentially have these performers perform, and then people would donate to them. So there was like a month or two where I was doing like a couple nights a week I would DJ, which is more than I was before pre-COVID, in these virtual bars. And these 40-year-old women would be like flirting with me. And my wife hated it.
I'm sure.
She hated it. She would just be fuming when I'd come up like doo-doo-doo-doo, and she'd be like, who's Janet? Like, why is she like all in the chat? Like, he's so cute. Look at him dance. Look at him play my favorite songs. Like, she hated it. And so I'd be like, bro, what? I can't see the profiles. Like, I don't know. I'm interacting with people. She's like, why do you interact with them? So I'm like, I'm just talking to them when they're talking to me. Like, I don't know what they look like or anything. So I started doing that. And then I was like, let's play video games. Like, let's find something a little more Mrs. Rado can be a little less, intimidated by.
Yeah.
And they started cracking down on the music that you could play on those platforms. So I switched over to video games, and I started doing Twitch. And so, I still do weddings on the side. Lime Pup usually does our stream tape over for me when I do that, and he'll get in a cow suit and twerk and play Fortnite and whatnot. I mean, the man's goated at Fortnite. He's crazy.
Coming for Line Pup. Hello?
Yeah, dude. So he's cracked. When I need to be carried in a shooter, I call Line Pup. So the secret to my streaming is that I'm literal trash at everything I play. I just have people around me that can carry me. I got Sonic for Minecraft, I have Milk Dad for Smash, I have Line Pup for shooters, and then I get by with my screaming,
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm decent enough at my games that I'm like, okay, at least I'm not the bottom, but I'm usually not the top.
Sounds like my situation with Apple. So Flipsy is the one who carries you?
I mean, in some games. He carries me in Apex, I carry him
in
in
everything. Sheesh!
He's a little bit ego inflated.
Oh
That's
boy.
fair.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, he's really good though. But you know, I have a lot of people who are a lot worse than me too. So it's
Yeah.
just, you know, people are bad as
Yeah. That always makes me
not
feel
everyone's
good
good at everything.
when people come in and they're bad, worse than me, and I'm like,
Yes.
just eyebrows. Yep.
Yeah, but then it also like allows for you to help people get better, and I think that's
Yeah.
cool too.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, also you're substituting. You want to be a teacher
Yes, I'm gonna be a teacher.
for what age group / class?
Literally-
/ whatever.
I like the worst kids, the worst age ever.
Okay.
Middle school.
Okay.
So I like those awkward kids. They're old
Uh-huh.
enough that they can be witty and hold a conversation, but they're also not old enough to not fear you when you
Right.
raise your voice.
Yeah.
So it's like that sweet spot, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
And I really like STEM, you know, science,
Okay.
technology, engineering,
Mhm.
mathematics, that kind of stuff.
Me
So
too.
I'm not really good at anything in life. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm not really great at anything. So, you know, STEM feels like a good. It's a subject that I enjoy, and
Mhm.
a lot of aspects of it. You know, there's things in science I like. There's things in math I like. It's kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
So
I get that.
yeah.
And I think you can do a lot with it. And I only like went into math and science because of some fantastic teachers I had in school.
Yep.
Like had I not had them, I would not be. I applied to school. Funny story. I applied to college as an English major. And I
yeah.
am now a chemistry major.
There you go. There
Do
you
you play
go.
Fortnite? I played it once and it was when I started playing games, very new to PC.
Yeah, she got burned.
My friends told me to uninstall it and never play again.
It's so much fun though.
But now that I'm better, I feel like I would try.
Fortnite is annoying.
Play it again
She's-
soon. I'm gonna make it a channel point reward.
Come play with us, man.
Oh, I mean, I could. I'd have to install it. But
Yeah,
next
dude.
time, I could.
We should
I could
definitely
try.
do it. We should definitely
First
do it.
time playing Fortnite.
This is the first time we're officially collabing, but I'm hoping that I did a good enough job with the interview that she'll want to actually collab with us. Cause
I would love that.
yeah, I think it'd be wicked fun.
Yeah.
I set up a server for like the people that I interview. It's
Mhm.
pretty bare and naked right now, but it's gonna have some opportunities to network and create
Yeah.
collabs.
How many
and-
interviews have you done?
You're the third one.
Okay, cool.
You are the third one. But we're gonna try to do this for as long as I can keep booking people.
Mhm.
I'm booked up till 2022, and so I'm starting to book.
Wow,
I'm starting to book in January this week.
Mhm.
So
that's awesome.
we'll see how long we can get it going for, and we're just gonna roll with it. Hopefully, this makes me famous one day.
I can provide a few cool streamers if you would like ideas.
I
as well.
do. I ask all of my people to offer me 1 to 3 streamers that are
I would love to.
that we could possibly interview.
Heck yeah.
So that'll be great. But
Yeah. And I love, it's all about building each other up.
yes, thank
It's
you.
not like other people's progress does not mean like you're hurting from that.
We
Like
got
other
another
people
good one here, boys.
getting viewers is a good thing. It's not like you shouldn't be jealous. It's like, oh great, they're doing good. Like it's not taking away from you at all.
I literally started this because I watched. I've told this twice now, and I'll tell it every time. I love Mr. Beast, and I
Mhm.
watched his interview on Logan Paul's podcast, which I never thought I would like,
Oh.
and it was incredible, and it was life changing, man. He talks a lot about like streamer growth or content creator growth, and helping build each other up and helping each other prevent making mistakes so that you can each get farther ahead. And if you have 3 people all making the same mistakes, it's going to take them equally as long to get somewhere. But if you have one of them tell you don't make this mistake, they can get farther ahead, and then they can say don't make this mistake, and then you get farther ahead, or do this, and then you bring up the other people with you. And there's 7 billion people in this world. Like there's enough for me and everyone I interviewed, and we can all get famous.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's just like again, the whole not about numbers thing. Like just go with it. Whatever happens, happens. And we are happy when our friends succeed. That is
Exactly.
how it should be.
We're all in this together.
High School Musical plays.
There we go.
But yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get moving. Let's get to playing
get
some
some
Valorant.
Valorant.
I am super excited to get some gaming going.
Heck yeah.
We are going to do some Valorant.
Heck yeah.
Okay, I got to start my game up. Here we go.
Okay.
I don't know what's about to happen here. I'm going to have to window it.
Let's go. I reported someone and they were penalized.
You reported someone?
People, yes, I did report someone.
So what
People like
happened?
to say, I have a trigger, and it's just a specific word. It's about, some sort of abuse.
Uh-huh.
And they said this R word.
Uh-huh.
And I immediately reported it. I was like, everybody on my team, like, report this. Like, this is so true. It's a bad word.
Yeah.
But I was just like,